Coronavirus is spreading out fast in America. I am someone who lived in both China and America, and I have been following both Chinese news and American news on this issue. I want to share with you all some facts that Chinese learn about coronavirus and hope it will be beneficial to my American audience who are facing the coronavirus threat right now. First, how contagious is this disease? The craziest case I have heard so far is back in China, in Ningbo, a city 600 miles away from Wuhan. One customer was infected with coronavirus and visited the local farmers markets. A few weeks later, another guy was tested positive for coronavirus. They found out that this guy also went to the same market, and that was when he got infected. But how exactly this happened? They found the answers in the surveillance camera footage. This guy was standing at the same vegetable vendor for 15 seconds when the other coronavirus patient was standing there. They did not know each other, they did not talk to each other, there was no sneezing, coughing, or touching the same vegetables. Both of them were not wearing face masks though, and the coronavirus just got passed along in this 15 seconds. This case scared the shit out of me originally. I was not into the idea of wearing a face mask or avoiding going to supermarkets until I saw this case. So friends, wash your hands, wear a mask if needed, and protect yourself. The second case I want to share happened indoor in a drugstore back in China. One guy who was infected went to a drugstore. A few days later, another guy was tested positive, and they checked. That guy also went to the same drugstore. They were standing in the same store for 50 seconds together. Again, they didn't know each other or had any sort of interaction with each other. So what we learned from this is the virus can stay a long time in an indoor environment when air doesn't flow well. A lot of indoor places like this, such as classrooms in schools or meeting rooms in office buildings, could be very dangerous for you. To take care of that, Chinese government banned shuttles, subways, they closed the schools and office buildings. Now kids are taking classes online and workers are working from home. For us, if you could work from home, that helps to protect yourself. If you have to stay in an office building or live in an apartment building which also use a central air conditioning system, make sure to open your window more often and let the fresh air outside to flow in. Last thing I want to share is that how people are treating public areas now. In China, before entering a public area, such as entering your own office or going into a mall, they will check your temperature. You are allowed to go in only if your temperature is normal. It is a process that a lot of communities and buildings proactively take on in order to protect themselves and their employees. However, it's also considered as too aggressive by some other people because your body temperature is frequently checked several times a day. In America, it is unlikely that someone will stop you and check your temperature before you enter a building. But what we can learn from here is if you're not feeling well or you're having a fever, try stay home and don't enter any public area. It is the best for yourself and for everyone else. Lastly, stay safe and stay healthy, everyone.